Right now, let's leave Canada and the U.S. and head to the markets, find out what's going on there with Will Ibong. Hi, Will.
Hi, Ini. The markets are looking not bad at intraday, especially for most markets in Africa, except Nigeria, where it's a bit tepid there. We saw that.
But I mean, I guess after yesterday's move, yesterday we did see the approval of the 50% tariff for telcos, moving the market. We saw MTN, Nigeria, and all of that. So I guess it's just time to take some profits.
Well, at the time I checked, MTN was still, unchanged, and nothing happening with Airtel as well. So investors are probably taking profit elsewhere, but we don't know what they are doing. But right now, not so much bullish sentiment on MTN Nigeria.
All right.
So let's see how major equities are doing in Africa. And as I mentioned, they're doing mostly good. Let's look at the sentiments at intraday. We see Nigeria's NGX was in the flat line, but much later it was down 0.02%. But looking at 103%, not still bad for that index. Now, JSE in South Africa was trading up on the other hand, 0.39%. And let's look at Egypt's EGX at intraday. It was up more than 1%, 30,000 for that level of the ASI and the NSE in Kenya closed Tuesday's session in the green, 0.23%. And let's dig deeper into what's happening at the NGX. So we have Kofi Garba. Mr. Kofi Garba is the CEO, APT Securities Limited. Good afternoon, Mr. Kofi. It's good to have you on the program.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
We have seen tepid, I mentioned tepid trading at intraday. What's going on?
Well, the 2025 year, no doubt that is likely going to continue with the positive return that we experienced in 2024. However, this may be achievable if the National Assembly can fast-track the budget for 2025. Remember, in 2024, we got the budget signed in 2023. Now, January is coming to an end. We have not yet finalized the budget. And being the federal government the major consumer to the economy, we need that budget to be signed immediately for the economy to take start. And that will also be reflected in the Nigerian exchange.
So what trends should investors be watching out for? Earnings season is just around the corner. What should investors be looking out for to be able to hedge against, inflation is not out of the picture yet. So what stocks should investors be watching for, trends that they should look out for to ensure that they make the most of this earnings season?
Well, I will advise investors to remain constant with the capital market. Remember last year, the market have done ahead of the inflation in 2024. The same thing was 2023, the market was ahead of inflation. 2025 will not be different. And remember that one of the major players is the telecoms. They have just get their tariff review by 50%. And what it means that the telecom sector, which they are one of the major players in the market, the MTN, the Airtel, all those that the top market capitalization of the index are definitely sure going to go upward. As of today, MTN have gained more than 20%. Airtel is on bid by 10%, and if there is a transaction of that magnitude, it can be reflected today or any other day. The same thing are likely going to repeat in the energy sector. Remember last year we have the stock like Seplat, Aradel, Ondo, they have done very well. We are expecting this to continue for 2025, and most of them have got their struck deals approved by the NNPC. So we're expecting that the 2025 by this sector to be much better. And don't forget that even though they are in the penny stock, that is the insurance sectors, they have got their capitalization improved, and we're expecting a reflection in the insurance company. Currently, some of them, they gain as much as 30% or thereabout. And we're expecting a lot of the insurance companies to do very well. And don't forget with the energy. The energy sector is not left behind. The Gregu, the Transpower, they are all in energy, and we're expecting to do the same. And the same with Transcorp, because Transcorp have apart from the Transpower, and therefore we're expecting a reflection in their performance. And therefore, generally, we are expecting 2025 for this stock to do very well. Food and beverage will not be left behind, and we are expecting some wonderful performance in the food and beverages.
So how do you think the market is going to end today? Want to see today's performance?
Currently, it's 0.6% loss, but the market is not yet over. We are expecting to close positively, just like what it closed positively yesterday. And this is likely going to continue for the rest of the week. And we are expecting the market to close positively for the week. And if this happens, this no doubt will be repeated in the next week, because we are anticipating some of the management account or board decisions account for the corporate will be released by toward the end of this week. That is by tomorrow. Tentatively by next week, you will see more upcoming, and this will be reflected in their prices. So we are expecting more uprising for most of those companies that will release their management account, especially those that have done very well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kofi Garba, CEO, APT Securities Limited, for your perspective. We'll watch out for that close. We'll see if there will be that magic flip from negative to positive at the close of business.
Thank you for having me.